I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something different. We're not going to be doing a singing video. Today's video I've been wanting to do for like 3 weeks since my birthday, and I just haven't had time because of school. But today we're going to be doing 20 things I've learned in 20 years. And if I keep looking down, it's because I have paper so that I can keep track. So let's just start. Also, if you see, I'm sitting in front of a window and there's a big old tree. So if you see reflection, it's the tree. We're just gonna ignore it. So the first thing that I've learned is that you do not have to lie. Just take accountability for your actions and tell the truth. I know when I was younger, I used to lie a lot, and that was because I was just afraid. But most of the time, like, nothing bad even happened, and it was just little lies. It wasn't a big lie. So even if it is a big lie, just tell the truth, because then you're just gonna ruin like the relationship depending on who you're talking to, or it's just gonna ruin it. The second thing, I am going to give credit to my mom, because she has always told me this, and that is the best thing that you can do for yourself is to learn how to help yourself, because no one's going to save you. If you want something to happen in life, do it. So like, if you need help with something, ask somebody. If you want to lose weight, take the steps towards losing weight. But like, even if you don't understand your body, you don't understand food, you don't really know what to do, take the steps to finding somebody to help you. You know, just like help yourself, you know? Okay, so the third thing that goes off of the second one is that asking for help is not a weakness. You know, when I was younger, I would never want to ask for help because I wanted to do everything by myself. I didn't want anybody to help me. I was one who I would want to help other people, but I wouldn't want them to help me. I'm still kind of like that today, but it's kind of different from when I was younger, because now that I'm older, I understand that not wanting help when I was younger was because I was too prideful. I don't know, my ego was in the way, and I was just, even if I didn't understand, I don't know, I just didn't want to ask for help because I didn't want it to seem like I didn't know what I was doing, or I didn't know what was going on. Even if I didn't want it to come across that I didn't know. I wanted other people to know or to think that I knew. But you know, you can't do everything by yourself, and you don't know everything, and you have to drop your ego and allow yourself to help yourself and allow others to help you. The fourth thing that I've learned is that you are not alone. Over the years, I've been in situations where I would just see people like in situations or talk about situations that they've been in, and that they would feel like they were alone, or that they couldn't talk to anybody because nobody would understand them. But that's just not true, because there's so many people in the world, and we've all experienced things that are like the same or that are similar in some way or another. And we just like need to communicate more about this stuff, especially if we want to go through healing, I feel like, because a lot of the times the things that people don't want to talk about, or the things that they feel that nobody will understand, are things that have kind of been like a traumatic effect on them in some way or another, even if it's not like that big, you know. But it's just so many people feel that nobody will understand them, and that's just not true. There's people who love you, and there's people who care about you, even if you don't see it yourself. And the fifth thing is that your beliefs create your reality. So for this, I have examples like, if you believe that you're ugly, then you're ugly. If you believe that you're not smart, then you're not smart, because it is what you believe. It's not what anybody else believes for you. It's what you believe. So if you believe that you're dumb, then you're gonna in life take the steps towards doing dumb things, you know. But it goes the other way around. If you believe that you are beautiful, then you're beautiful. If you believe that you can accomplish anything, then you can, because you're going to take the steps to make sure that you accomplish that thing that you want to. Does that make sense? Yes. So the sixth thing that I've learned is that your expectations limit you. When you hold on to a certain outcome or expectation for the way that you want things to turn out or happen, you leave no room for anything else to happen or to enter into your life. This is because you become blind to the positive, you become blind to these new things or positive and life-changing things that come into your life because you are so focused on what you expect to happen that you can't see new things coming in, or even you can't see what you want come in a different way. Number 7 is that fear is false evidence appearing real. So fear is usually the thing that holds people back from reaching after their goals or accomplishing things that they want in life, but it's not real. We create it in our head. We create scenarios in our head thinking about what an outcome will be, but that outcome hasn't even happened. The outcome is not real, and therefore fear is not real. So we have to get over fear, realize that it's not real, and push ourselves to reach our goals and accomplish the things that we want in life. The 8th thing is when you change the way you see, the things you see begin to change. I really love that one. The 9th thing is we are not defined by our characteristics. I'm going to make a whole different video about this because this has been on my mind a lot recently. But yeah, we are not defined by our characteristics. We are not defined by the color of our skin, our race, how much money we have, how we dress, our gender, our sexuality, the way we speak. We are not defined by any of this. We are so much more than the labels that are given to us and the labels that we even give ourselves. Number 10, other people do not define you. The way that other people see you does not matter. Like, good and bad, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they think that you're beautiful. It doesn't matter if they think you're ugly. What matters is the way that you see yourself. So, do you think you're ugly? Do you think you're beautiful? It's you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Another thing is it doesn't matter who's proud of you, who's not proud of you, who's there for you, who's not there for you. Are you there for yourself? Are you proud of yourself? Other people do not define you. And other people cannot make you happy. Number 11 is reactions do not define you. So other people's reactions do not define your action, if that makes sense. In other words, so say I give a compliment to somebody and they either have something negative to say or they don't say anything at all, because that's also a response. That doesn't mean that my compliment was then negative or was it that bad. It wasn't. It's just the way that that person decided to respond, so their reaction does not define my action. So number 12 is relationships are reflections. And it's all relationships, not just romantic ones. It's all relationships that you have in your life. So you see in other people the things that you see within yourself, or the things that you need to or want to heal within yourself. So an example I have is that you see somebody who's super happy and they're wearing an outfit. That's not usually what you see somebody would wear. And there's 2 ways that you can respond that I come up with. So you can either say, ooh, look at them, they're so confident. Yes, and then therefore that shows you're confident because you're happy that they're confident, so then you're confident. And the other thing you can say is ugh, really? Look at them. Do they really have to dress like that? That's no. That shows your lack of confidence. You don't need to say anything to make other people feel bad. Number 13 is to take care of yourself first. And I'm not saying you can't care for others, or if you have kids, not to care for your kids, or care for your family and other things, but you have to take care and care for yourself the same amount or even as more than what you care for these other people. Because if you don't care for yourself, then you're not able to fully care for these other people. Your cup has to be full before you can drink out of it, or before other people can drink out of it, So take care of yourself. Number 14 is you have to love yourself first before you can truly be able to love somebody fully and allow for other people to love you. And I say this because if you don't love yourself, then you're not able to fully commit to another person wholly and completely, and you're not allowing yourself to love another person due to your insecurities that you have about yourself or that you have in the relationship because of a traumatic event or something that happened. You're not allowing the love to actually be there and the trust to be there, because of yourself, because of what you're feeling. And that goes for the other person as well. If they don't love themselves, then they're gonna have insecurities in ways that they see your relationship or the way that they see you love them as well, because they don't fully love themselves. And then, like, if you have insecurities or beliefs, or these beliefs that are negative and not allowing you to fully love yourself and love another person, then you have to ask yourself, why do you have this? Or why do you think this? And then you have to deal with that answer. You have to learn, you have to heal, you have to grow, and allow love to enter into your life. Allow love to enter you, allow love to surround you, and therefore love will come to you. So number 15 is that you create your happiness. You create your happiness. Nobody else is going to make you happy. Nobody else is going to create happiness for you. You have to do it yourself. And happiness is just like the way you feel. It's little moments that make you smile and make you laugh. It's, everybody I think has different definition of happiness. And I think so many people are like in the pursuit of happiness that they are blind to these moments that are actually happy, or these moments that define their happiness. But they think, or people think, that happiness is forever. But I don't think it is. I think that they are little moments that you create. That you create and that you allow into your life. It's the way that you see happiness. It's the way that things in your life makes you react. Does it make you happy? Does it make you not happy? Like that defines happiness. Number 16 is what you put out, you get back. So if you put out negativity, you're going to get that negativity back. If you put out love and positivity, you're going to get that back. And you're going to get that back in abundance, because that is what you are creating. Number 17, everything and everyone is connected. And I'm also going to make another video on this, because this is also something I've been thinking about a lot. But yeah, I'm going to go more in depth in that. So just know everyone and everything is connected. Number 18, nothing is weird, it's just different. I was talking to my mom about this before, and we were just like, so many people would say, oh, that's weird. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Say somebody makes a sandwich, rips it apart, and dips it in the milk and then eats it. Some people would be like, oh, that's weird. No, it's not weird. It's just different from what you're used to. Even going bigger than that, so many people say that the way that somebody dresses, people be like, oh, they look weird. No, they're different. It's just not what you're used to. Number 19 is you only know what you are told. We grew up believing in the things that we learn in school or that we learn by our parents, without ever like second guessing what they're saying, because we just assume that they're right, and we just assume that they know because they're older, they have a higher authority than us. So as we're young, we just believe in what they tell us. But as we get older, we experience new things, we have to learn how to unlearn the things that we learned when we were young. And I know it's hard because you don't necessarily know what you don't know, but that's when experiencing new things comes into play. Because when you step out of your comfort zone and say you talk to somebody of a different race, or you experienced a different culture, or you travel somewhere else, you're learning new things, and you're learning new things that your parents might have never told you, that you never learned in school. You're like, especially with like history, if you say go talk to Issy, so especially with history, if you go to a different teacher or you go to a different education system and learn the same things that you learned in your system, it's going to be most likely be different depending on where you are and what you are learning about or what you're talking about. So I know an example of this would be like the history of Native Americans or the history of African Americans, of slaves, and just like the way like in the US that we're taught, depending on your teacher and your system, you know, of course, but it's basically whitewash, you know, and there's a lot of things that people don't necessarily know, and that they continue not to know even as they get older. But if you step out of your comfort zone and start to talk to these people, or start to talk to people who have families who have experienced this, or people who understand more in depth, then you'll start to learn new and different things, and then you ask yourself, why were you never taught this in school, you know? And then that's just a whole different thing about like the system and whose history we're talking about. And yeah, so just, you only know what you're told, you know? So and number 20 would be to step out of your comfort zone. So you don't know what you're capable of doing unless you go out there and like do new things and actually see and experience these things. I know a lot of times people don't step out of their comfort zone because they think it's a waste of time, or they think that nothing will come out of it, or they believe that they already know everything, which nobody does, because there's always so many things to learn. You learn something new every single day, like even if it's small or big, you know. So you just have to be willing to take that step, to experience and learn these new things, because then you'll grow. Even if it's even if what you experience is bad, you're still learning something. There's still a lesson from it. So like you're still learning that like, oh, I didn't like that. Like now I know for sure that I didn't like that. I don't want to do that. Or like if it's good, you know, like you would have never known that it was gonna have a positive outcome if you never tried, you know. So just step out of your comfort zone and don't be afraid, because everything is a lesson. So, yeah. So thank you for watching this video. Yeah, I'm gonna make the 2 other videos for the other 2 things that I said. Yeah, I don't know when I'll post those. I'm trying to get a schedule, but you know, school is kind of like a lot right now. But yeah, I'm trying to balance everything out because I want to do this. It's a fun hobby, you know. But yeah, thank you for walking. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.